100 subscribers. Welcome back to my channel. We hit 100. We hit 100 subscribers. Y'all know this is a celebration today. Man, I knew I was gonna get here, but honestly, I didn't know it was gonna be this fast. But hey, I'm here for it. I'm excited for what's to come. I just can't believe that I'm still at it, still dropping these vlogs, these videos. Because if you know me, you know I'm very wishy-washy. I'll start something and I'll be like, this ain't doing nothing. I'm done with it. Which I did get to that point a little bit. That's why my videos kind of started to slow down. But I kind of got back in the groove, back to my pace, you know. And I just want to thank everybody that's been supporting me from day one. People that's gonna support me. I just want to thank everybody because without y'all, we probably wouldn't still be doing this because y'all keep me going for real. Because it'd be people that be writing me, telling me like, man, I be watching your videos, keep going with the woo. And I be in my head sometimes. So for me to reach 100 subscribers in the first year of me doing this, we gotta take a moment of silence and just, you know, pack it up for you, girl. Because I've been consistent. And I'm going to continue to be consistent, but I just got to give myself my flowers, you know. We got to celebrate the small wins. We got to celebrate the small wins. Because if you don't celebrate the small wins, you're not going to be appreciative of the big ones, you know. And so, of course, I told y'all we doing a story time about when I kicked in a door at my college. So, we're going to get into that in a little bit. But y'all know I wouldn't be me if I didn't, you know, turn this into a mukbang or whatever, because I am hungry and I am about to come out this hoodie because it's hot. Be right back. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I had to come up out that hoodie because it's hot. Y'all, I'm on my second part of my room and it be hot up here, so I had to come up out that hoodie so I won't be sweating bullets on this camera, okay? But back to what I was saying, y'all know it wouldn't be right. It wouldn't be a J vlog if I didn't have food, first of all, good food, and turn this into a little mukbang story time. So I'm about to show y'all what I got before we even get into the story time. And I'm already like, what is this sauce for if it ain't for the fried tomatoes? So I got fried tomatoes. Let's see what else. And y'all, this is from Raging Cajun. This look bomb. Y'all, this is what Marge got. I just still have to show y'all. She got the stuffed crab salmon with asparagus, and yeah, this look bomb. It's still steam coming up off of it. Now let me see what I got. I still don't see no sauce for this fried green tomato. Y'all, this is my first time trying Raging Cajun. It's black owned in the city. Okay. Now we're about to get into my... Oh, I got the fish po' boy. Now this looks good. So we're finna go ahead and get into this food and this story time. Y'all know I be hungry. And I'm gonna share with y'all this time because I don't normally share with y'all. But I'm feeling real generous. This is a celebration. This is a celebratory occasion. This is a party. This is an all-in-one. We lit today. Because 100 subscribers. Who this? Hello? Fries is good. Okay. Let's see what this... Oh, I don't even know what end to start on. Choked on that fry. Mmm. Okay. The flavor, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, friend. I don't know what sauce I'm supposed to use for these fried green tomatoes, though. Because this normally comes with, like, some type of tomato sauce. This looks like ranch. I'm assuming you just use ranch. Yeah, this is ranch. I don't think I ever ate fried green tomatoes with ranch, though, y'all. It might be bust. I don't know what else the ranch would be for. Because I don't eat ranch on my po' boy. These are some thick tomatoes. I know that. Tomatoes got a BBL. Y'all see how thick that is? Still ain't thicker than me, though. Okay. I can vibe with it. I can vibe with it. They're good. I wish I had another sauce other than ranch, though. Because I just don't know how I feel about it. Fried tomato with ranch. But it is what it is. We're going to go ahead and get into this story time. So I told y'all I was going to tell y'all a story time about how I kicked in the door, of course, when I was back in college. We young. We live and we learn. We learn how to manage our emotions. We learn how to control our temper. So whatever comes out of this story, I'm going to need y'all to realize that's not me no more. I'm straight Zen. Just call me Zen Jen. Because I don't want no problems, okay? But don't start none, won't be none. I'm just leave it at that. Okay, so I want to say this was my junior year. Yeah, I think it was my junior year. Because I was in a 5-year program, so this was technically my first junior year. Hold that thought. I got a better taste now. I taste that spice, though. Ooh, I taste that spice. Okay. So I was a junior in college at this point. I decided I wanted to stay off campus because staying on campus just wasn't feasible for me at that point. Because I never ate the school lunch. And I was taking like an extra $2,000 out of my refund, which I could have been using to pay rent off campus since I didn't have no job. And so I decided my junior year it would make more sense for me to go ahead and move off campus or whatever. So I can, you know, do what I do and make sure it works for me. And so I decided to move to these apartments kind of across the street from our campus. It wasn't too far. You could literally walk there if you wanted to, but I didn't. And so, of course, I was the only one moving off campus out of all my friends. So I had to get whatever roommate came with whatever room I got. And so if you know me, you know I'm not that much of a friendly, outgoing person, like, until I'm comfortable. So I really kind of stay to myself when I meet new people, especially people that I never even heard of. Like, I don't know of you. I don't know your background or nothing. Like, I don't know. I just be iffy on stuff like that. So I was already nervous about who my roommate was going to be. But I ended up moving into an apartment or whatever. And I want to say the first day I moved in there, oh yeah, she came and knocked on my door or whatever. Because I think she was in her room at the time. I didn't know if nobody was there or not. She came and knocked on my door, introduced herself. I introduced myself. Cool. We met, we vibed or whatever. I'm like, okay, she seemed cool. And so, a little on down the line, she had a boyfriend. He would come. He didn't go to PV, but he pretty much stayed there. What? Ain't pretty much. He lived there or whatever. And y'all know I'm still like just kind of chilling to myself because I just got to be comfortable for me to just, you know, be in your bubble and all of, you know what I'm saying? I got to be comfortable. So one day She knocked on my door. Her boyfriend was in there just chilling, like, whatever. She's like, hey, you want to come chill with us? I'm like, yeah, cool. I ain't doing nothing. Like, I'm just in my room. Like, I'm not opposed to meeting new people and you know, hanging and stuff, but I'm just that type of, especially back then, I was just that type of person that's like, you gotta come to me first. I'm just not gonna go out to you like, hey, you wanna hang? That's just not my personality. So I go over to their room and I'm chilling, whatever. We having conversations, we laughing, kicking it, you know, it's cooling. Like, we like, I'm like, okay, like, she cool. Like, I fuck with y'all. Like, this ain't gonna be a bad thing. So that situation is what made me get comfortable. So I'm like, cool, like, we ain't gonna have no issues, yada, yada, yada. So I want to say maybe a couple of months after that, like, we would still, like, hang here and there. But it wasn't, like, nothing to where we would go to a party together or we would just, like, hey, so let's go here. Like, we never hung out outside of our apartment or whatever. I still have friends on campus, so I would be gone at their crib or whatever, or they would be gone in Houston. And because they used to be back and forth to Houston all the time, so she really wasn't there half of the time either. And so one of these days, sorry y'all, that spice is getting to me. But one of them days, she ended up, I don't remember if it was the first semester or the second semester, but her boyfriend ended up having a cousin that came down there, and I want to say she asked me or whatever, like, hey, do you mind if his cousin stay here for like a couple of days or a week or however long she said. I'm like, nah, really, because I don't really mind, because I don't really be here like that. I'll be at my friend's majority of the time, so whatever, cool. And so he ended up moving there for a little bit, and he was cool. Like, I want to say it was another time we all ended up kicking it, chilling, whatever, cool. Like, me and him, we was cool, you know. We was cool. He would come play 2K, because I had like an Xbox. We would play 2K, chill, go on about our business. Like, it wasn't like, no, we talking all the time, texting or whatever. Nah, nothing like that. Alright, so this is the point where I feel like it went left. Like, we was all cool, chilling, ha ha, hee hee, cool. Like, no issues. But once I left to go home for Christmas break, I ain't talked to them, because I don't even have their numbers, because like I said, we would kick it in the crib or whatever sometimes, but it wasn't nothing like we just hanging outside of that, because majority of the time, like I said, they was in Houston. And so I went home for Christmas break, cool. My situation back home for Christmas break was rocky when I was at school, and so I was kind of kicking it with the dude. And so we got it back together once I came home, because I'm like, our Christmas break was for a month, okay? Like, we gravy. My situation is back gravy. I go home, back to PV, and like, normally my mama would send me like with a whole bunch of groceries coming back, so I wouldn't have to, you know, go worry about grocery shopping or whatever when I got back. So I would bring back all these groceries from when I come home for break. So I'm putting up my groceries. I get back home and I'm putting up my groceries or whatever, and I'm noticing, because one thing about me, I have OCD. I notice anything that's out of place in my space. I notice anything that's not in the right area, like somebody moving, what's missing. I notice everything. So as I'm putting my groceries up, I'm like, where's my whistle? Where was my, you know, where is this? Where is this? And I'm opening cabinets, like I'm putting stuff up, and I'm noticing stuff that's not in there. I never had this type of conversation to where it was like, oh, my stuff is your stuff and your stuff is my stuff. It was kind of always separate, because she had her and her dude, and like, because, so it's like everything I had when I was there is just what was mine, and like what they had what was theirs. And they would irritate me sometimes, because they would sit here and cook a whole damn meal and just put the pots in the refrigerator, not put it in to-go boxes, nothing. So it's just pots all over the damn refrigerator. But that's neither here nor there. But we never had a conversation about that ever. So if it's one thing if we had that conversation, but we never had that or whatever, cool. So I'm looking, I'm like, oh, while I was gone, y'all niggas was just in here parlaying, eating all my stuff. And my thing is, I'm big on principles. It's one thing you just sit here parlaying, you think we cool, hee hee, ha ha, you can do whatever. But it's the principle of the fact that you sat here and ate all my stuff, Knew I was gonna come back. Ain't had no money under my door. Ain't has tried to say, because I had her number. She ain't text me and say, hey, we ate such and such. I'm gonna send you this. You just sitting here up here parlaying and eating my stuff and thinking I'm not gonna say nothing is crazy. So now, once you violate my principles and have the audacity, it's kind of out the window for me. Like, yeah, we could reconcile, but I see how you move, but I just don't operate like that. Because if that was the case, you just sat here and ate all this stuff. Like, say for instance, I was in that situation, I ate all this stuff, I would have been like, hey girl, I had ate woo woo woo, I'm gonna send you this. Like, it's just that simple. You don't sit up here and eat somebody's stuff and then not, you know what I'm saying, communicate that. Like, you just thought I was just gonna be okay. Like, hold on, what we doing? And so I knock on her door and she come out whatever, and I'm like, hey, y'all was eating, y'all ate all stuff or whatever. She was like, no, we haven't ate nothing. I'm like, so why is this gone? Why is this gone? Why is this gone? I'm naming off all this stuff. She like, oh, that must have been such and such. He said that you was cool with it. I'm like, such and such. I don't even talk to him outside of when I see him in here. First, second of all, he ain't eat all that by himself. Like, come on, man. Like, y'all was in the upper here parlaying. Like, shit was sweet. Come on. Like, just keep it 100. So she's like, oh, no, I'll talk to him or whatever. And we'll get it replaced. We'll send you your money. We'll do it. I'm like, all right, cool. So that transpired. But now I'm just like I said, once my principle and audacity is just, it's over with. Like, it really ain't much else we could talk about at this point. So I was annoyed by that. And so, she ended up giving me, like, sliding $20 under my door. I came home, it was like $20 under my door. And then the cousin ended up sliding me $22. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, y'all paid whatever the amount for it. Whatever. It's still not, we just cool. Because it just, for me, it's just the principle. Like, what made you think that was going to, that's what I'll be caught up on. I swear to God, it's probably good or bad, but I just be caught up on that. And so I really didn't see them like that after that, because they was always gone in Houston. But I started to get irritated more on top of what already transpired, because y'all tried to play in my face and try to say this wasn't that, but nothing. My shit is missing. So, what happened after that? And it would just be little stuff after that. Like, once you irritate me a little bit, and then it seemed like everything you do irritates me, but the type of stuff that she was doing was really like, come on, like, we too grown. So she would wash her clothes and leave to go to Houston and won't come back 3-4 days. So you got clothes in the washer, you got clothes in the dryer, and why would you not wash this, make sure everything is taken care of out of the dryer before you leave for 3-4 days, or even take it to Houston with you to wash? Like, girl, nobody is your maid. I'm not finna sit here and wash your clothes for you, because when I wash clothes, I make sure my stuff is out of the washer. I make sure my stuff is out of the dryer, because we're grown. Like, especially if we not on that type of time, like, make sure your shit is taken care of before you leave 3-4 days. Like, it's just really that simple to me. And so when I go in there and try to wash clothes, you know where to be found. I'm like, I sit her granted, I was probably fucked up for this, but hey, it is what it is, because I'm not finna wash your grown ass clothes. Like, that's just not what we doing, especially when you do this every single time you go to Houston. So I would take her wet ass clothes and sit them in front of her door. Like, girl, I'm not washing your clothes for you. We're not doing that. And so and then I would get to washing my clothes, and then I'll put her clothes back in the washer where they was. And so, one day my clothes wasn't done washing yet, and her clothes was just sitting in front of her door, and then I came home. And she was like, hey, she knocked on my door like, hey, can you, not, like, sit my clothes, like, in front of my door when they wet or whatever? And I'm like, I mean, if you're leaving your clothes and you're gone for 3 or 4 days, you think I'm going to sit here and wash them and make sure they dried and make sure they folded and primmed and prepped and put up? Like, that's just not me. Like, it's not giving that, especially when y'all really got on my bad side anyway. It's like, nah, you're not getting nothing from me, because you sitting here playing. So she's like, whatever, boom, boom, storm off. But my thing is, it's just so simple. Make sure your clothes is washed and out of the dryer and out of the washer when you wash them. It's just that simple to me. That could be an asshole thing. I don't know. It could be an asshole Leo thing. Hey, I don't know. But like I said, I'm not finna sit here and wash your clothes. That's just not what I'm doing. So another situation, we have a deadbolt. And so if I know they've been gone for like 2-3 days, I'm like, oh, they ain't coming back till Monday, whatever the case may be. I'm locking the deadbolt because I'm the only person in here. It just is what it is. Now, it's a different situation when you're gone for a certain period of time and I'm locking the deadbolt because I'm trying to make sure I'm secure. If I live here 24/7 and I don't be gone 2, 3, 4 days out of a time, why are you locking the deadbolt? That just makes no sense to me. I'm leaving to go to class and young nigga is sitting here locking the deadbolt. And what he was trying to do, he was trying to be petty. Because he stopped liking me after I, stood on business. Like, y'all, what is y'all on? Like, y'all acting like kids. Like, from the kitchen situation to y'all leaving pots and the old food on the stove for forever. For y'all being sleep all damn day. Whatever y'all be in there doing, like, not washing y'all clothes and then leaving 3, 4 days at a time. No. Like, so, I was already irritated from all that stuff. And I guess he was irritated and fucking me after that because I'm on your ass. Like, what's going on? So, he be locking the deadbolt. He was locking the deadbolt. And I'm like, I told him, I literally, I don't remember if I texted her or if I knocked on her door or what. But I'm like, I told her, like, I had a conversation. Like, hey, can you tell, dude, stop locking the deadbolt. Like, I'm leaving to go to class and now I gotta knock on the door and wait on y'all to come open the door because y'all locking the deadbolt. Like, why are you locking the deadbolt in the middle of the fucking day? The only time I would lock the deadbolt is if it's at night and y'all are nowhere to be found. I've not seen y'all in 2, 3, 4 days. And so she's like, yeah, tell them whatever. Stop locking the deadbolt. Cool. One day I go to class. They was gone when I left and I come back. The deadbolt is locked. Now, granted, today, I don't know if I was having a bad day or what, but that sent me to the moon. Because I told you to stop locking this motherfucking deadbolt. And then before I even get into that situation, once we was having our little back and forths and communication issues, whatever you want to call it, to where we weren't really vibing like that, I would go to the office to let them know prior to, because I know myself, and if this shit go left, I need documentation to make sure I've been telling you that this shit was going on. But the office lady was never in that office. Never. Anytime you go in there, she's never there. So how the hell I'm gonna finna get some documentation and let you know what's going on if you're never in the office? So like I said, I came home from class that day and the deadbolt was locked. Middle of the fucking day. It's like 1 p.m. I'm pissed and livid by this time. So instead of me beating on the door, I take my foot, I'm kicking the door like I'm beating on it. Because now y'all playing. Y'all pissing me the fuck off at this point. And because I'm like, this nigga don't even go here. Like, now everybody can get it because y'all playing with me. Y'all don't even, like, no, we not finna do this. And at this point, the cousin had moved out because I was playing that nigga to the left. Like, hey, I don't know what you thought this was, but this ain't that. And so he was like, why are you being so mean to me? Because I don't, you sit here and try to play to my fucking face, and I don't play like that. Like, nah, it's cool. We gravy. Like, it is what it is. Like, it's not giving none of that. So he ended up going somewhere else. I don't know. But I'm kneeing like, boo, boo, boo. I'm not realizing my strength at this point. I'm not realizing how hard I'm like, beating on the door. And so next thing I know, and it was really like 3 kicks. Next thing I know, the door is off the hinges, like just hanging. I'm like, at this point, I ain't even like, I'm not like, oh shit, I'm like nothing. I'm like, I told you to stop locking that deadbolt. So I'm like, oh shit, the door off. I'll go tell maintenance in a minute. So I walk in, because what my plan was when I was going to walk in from going to class, I was going to go in there, wash my dishes, wind down, do homework, whatever I was going to do. And so after the door came out the hinges, I'm like, well, shit, I'm in here now. So I go straight to the kitchen, start washing my dishes, because that's what I intended on doing before the damn deadbolt was locked. And I was like, I'm going to put in a maintenance request after I'm done. And so I see she come running out the room. She like, She ain't even, I don't guess she thought I was finna beat her ass or something. I don't know. She ain't even look at me. Like, she just ran straight out the door to go to the maintenance office or whatever. And I'm like, it is what it is. Like I told you, stop locking this deadbolt in the middle of the fucking day because y'all know what y'all doing. Y'all being petty. But it is what it is. Like, it's off now. So I wash my dishes or whatever. Get done washing my dishes. So I'm like, I already know she ran to go to the maintenance room or whatever. Not the maintenance room, the office. And so I'm like, I'll go down there in a minute. And so after I finish my dishes, I go down there, talk to the lady. She was like, yeah, I called the police. Like, this is the office lady. Now, out of all days, she here today. Mind you, we only had like 1 week left of school. So it's like, I had 1 week and they just took me to the top where I'm like, bro, it just spazzed. So she like, yeah, I called the police because you're causing havoc in our apartment. She came there and told me what happened. And I'm like, first of all, and I go in on the office lady because, bitch, you ain't even been here. Excuse my French, but you ain't even been here. I've been trying to come down here and tell what's going on, but you're literally never here. Now today some shit hit the fan. You want to be here talking about you called the police and woo. I've been trying to come tell you what's going on. You weren't doing your job. So now the door's off the hinges. So you can come get it fixed or whatever. She's like, no, you need to pack your stuff. You need to be out of here. You're not getting your deposit back. Woo. And I'm like, okay, that's cool and dandy, that's fine. But however, I tried to come down here and tell you what was going on before shit went left. Now it went left. Now you trying to be on my case? No, you should have brought your ass to work. You would have been knew what was going on and could have fixed or whatever. I don't know. I don't want to hear none of that. Because your ass don't even be here doing your damn job. So next. And so, after that, girl, I'm talking about girl. I was here talking to my friends. After that, what happened after that? Oh, I went back up into my, so I called my friends or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, man, can y'all help me cut pack or whatever? And they like, what? What happened? So I tell them what happened. They like, oh, man. Call my mama. She like, you had 1 week. And I'm like, hey, I tried. I lost it. Players fuck up. It is what it is. But at least it's only 1 week left and it ain't a whole semester. And I got to figure out where to stay the whole semester. So I was packing my stuff, getting ready to take, put it all in my car. And I was just going to stay in my friend's house for the last week. And so I get back up there. Her nigga ghosts. I think they went back to Houston. I don't know. They left or whatever. But as I'm walking back to the, sorry, y'all. As I'm walking back to my apartment or whatever, I see the police getting ready to pull in to the apartments. And which to me, what the fuck are you calling the police for? Like, all I was trying to do was get in my apartment and the door happened to come off the hinges. I ain't even touch nobody. And that's the thing. Like, I guess she went down there and told him I was trying to fight her or something. It's like, girl, I'm not fucking worried about you. I'm worried about getting in my house to wash my dishes. If I wanted to fight you, I would have beat your ass a long time ago. Let's be clear. And so, I see them pulling in. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna pack right now. I'm just finna go, I'm finna shake the spot because I don't know what y'all think this is, but we ain't doing that. So I get in my car or whatever. So as they pulling in, I'm leaving out, but they don't know who I am. And so I left out and I'm like, I went to my friend's house for like 2-3 hours. And I'm like, I'll pack when they leave. Because what you called them here for? What's going on? You think I'm stupid to let them sit there and come? No, you're crazy. So I'm at her crib or whatever and I'm just chilling. So then I let it die down or whatever. And then I go back home and the police is gone or whatever, office closed. So I'm packing my stuff to make sure I'm out of there by the morning, because I know if I continue to be here with this girl, and she left, she went to Houston, she wasn't even there the remainder of the day I was there, so I was packing all day. I had a little packing party or whatever. And so after that, I packed my stuff, I got everything in my car, and I left. And I ain't never heard from or about that girl since then. Of course I had to get my deposit back from the apartments. But yeah, that was the story of how I ended up kicking in the door, which technically it wasn't intentional. It just kind of happened. But at the end of the day, you keep poking the bear, they gonna poke your ass back. Like, and that's just all I got to say. So that's my story time on how I kicked in a door when I was in college. But it's like, it wasn't what y'all thought it was, because I ain't really do it on purpose. But at the same time, it is what it is. Like, I told you, stop locking that fucking deadbolt. You don't believe Fat Me Greasy. Say less. So yeah, I moved out, moved to my friend's house, and then that was that. So moral of the story is, I be trying to laugh and be cool, but man, I'm I'm playing. Shout out to Webby though. Like I said, this is a celebratory video. I want to thank all of y'all for supporting me and for continuing to support me and watching whatever. If you ever watched one video, 2, 3, I don't care. If you watch every single one, thank you, and we gonna keep going up. This shit ain't gonna stop. And we finna take it to the next level. I got some more stuff coming for y'all. Some different type of videos. What else I got going on? I'm gonna come out here before the year is over and talk about just my goals of 2024. I'm probably gonna have a vision board party. Talk about my goals of 2024. Talking about what I learned in 2023. Just get, one-on-one conversations. We don't have one-on-one conversations a lot. Here we go with that spice again. Hold on. Woo! With my water. Woo! Water. Jesus. But yeah, like I was saying, we don't have one-on-one conversations a lot where we get to, talk to each other, get that girl talk in. So I'm definitely going to come back and have a vision board party so we can talk about all that. And y'all can tell me in the comments what y'all goals are, what y'all learned, we're going to have a whole little parlay. But as far as this video, this is the end. Like I said, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And we're going to keep running this shit up. 2024 is up. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and press that bell notification to be notified every single time I post on my channel. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.